A fire so great it will burn the heart of London. These chilling words were written nearly a century before the infamous Great Fire of 1666. But were they really a prophecy? Or just a clever myth tied to a woman shrouded in mystery? Mother Shipton? Let's find out. The Great Fire of London is one of the most infamous disasters in history. It tore through the city for 4 days, reducing thousands of homes to ash. But here's the twist. Some believe the fire was predicted long before it happened by a 16th century mystic named Mother Shipton. Today, we'll uncover her story, explore her so-called prophecies, and see if there's any truth behind this legendary prediction. First, let's rewind to the morning of September 2nd, 1666. A small bakery on Pudding Lane ignited the blaze. Fueled by dry timber houses and strong winds, the fire spread rapidly, engulfing much of London in flames. By the time it was extinguished, over 13,000 buildings were destroyed, leaving an estimated 70,000 people homeless. The devastation was unimaginable. Now enter Mother Shipton. Born Ursula Southisle in the late 1400s, she was known as England's most famous prophetess. Stories claim she predicted everything from the Spanish Armada's defeat to the rise of iron ships. But perhaps her most intriguing and debated prediction was about London's Great Fire. Here's the prophecy often attributed to her: a fire shall consume the heart of London. Chilling, isn't it? Especially when paired with the devastation of 1666. But there's a catch. Some say this wasn't recorded during her lifetime. Instead, it may have been added to her prophecies years later, possibly as a way to enhance her legend. So what did Mother Shipton actually predict? Well, her original writings are sparse, with many published decades after her death. Her so-called prophecies are a mix of vague phrases and later embellishments. But this specific line about London's fire, that's where things get murky. Some argue that this prophecy is proof of her mystical abilities. After all, how could she have known about a catastrophic fire centuries ahead of time? Others, though, say it's nothing more than a clever hoax. They point to the fact that her prophecies weren't officially published until 1641, just 25 years before the Great Fire. Could this have been a coincidence? Or a calculated addition to her legend? And then there's the date itself, 1666, a year filled with superstition because of the 666, often linked to apocalyptic predictions. For believers, it only adds to the mystery surrounding Mother Shipton. But for skeptics, it's just another example of humans finding patterns where none exist. So was the Great Fire of London truly foretold by a 16th century mystic? Or was it just a coincidence tied to an embellished legend? The truth may never be fully known. But one thing is certain: the story of Mother Shipton continues to spark fascination, centuries after her time. What do you think? Was this a case of eerie foresight or just a historical myth? Let us know. And as always, stay curious about the mysteries of the past.